Well, hello there. Welcome to On the Workbench, episode number 5. And today we have a Mexican Fender Stratocaster from about 2010. It looks to be some kind of reddish maroon color. I've emailed Fender to get some exact specs on this particular guitar as far as model number, or as far as model and specs. But I believe at this point they were still calling this the Fender Standard Stratocaster, and these were made in Mexico. Looks pretty good, so let's take a closer look and I can show you what we're working with here and what's on the menu for repairs today. Alright, let's start up here at the headstock. It's the smaller style headstock, which is pretty nice. You'll notice there's a little bit of wear up here on the frets in the cowboy cord area. So the good thing is these frets are vintage frets, so that they have a little bit more height to them. Actually, I've been measuring the height at about, let's see here, so getting about 45 as far as the height, and the width coming in about 8.5. So that's good news as far as these divots go. We can probably dress that out and still have well above medium jumbo height. And overall, the body's in nice condition. Not a lot of dings or dents or anything like that. It's a little bit dirty. Get that in the light there. You can see some of the fingerprints, stuff like that. Up here on the pick guard, you can see some evidence of heavy picking. But hey, it's a pick guard. I mean, if you want to replace that, that's like $10. The bridge, vintage style. You can see there's still a little bit of protective plastic under the volume knobs and tone knobs. A little bit of wear on your output jack. So this was a player, but even though it was a player, it looks like they took pretty good care of it and really didn't beat it up too bad other than the strumming of the guitar. One issue is this is a little bit scratchy sounding. The pots on here aren't scratchy sounding, but there's a little bit of scratchiness in here, which is an easy fix. We'll just couple with the deoxit and I'll take care of that. So let's flip it over and take a look at the back. Yeah, you know, maybe a little bit of wear on the corners down here. And it's kind of has a lot of fingerprints on it still. I haven't cleaned it up yet, obviously. So we'll need to clean the body up, polish it. But once this is all cleaned up, it'll look a lot better. And it'll shine up nicely, I'm sure. The neck's nice and clean. Some very fine, light indentations on here, nothing deep. Alright, well, first things first, we're going to have to get these strings off of here and then mark up the frets and level these things up and take some material off and see if we can kind of get these all a little bit even up here. I'm sure we can take it off. They're not really that deep, so I don't think we really need to replace the frets on this. Alright, let's get to it. All right, well, that's done. On to conditioning the fretboard. All right, there we go. No more divots in the first 3 frets area. See, those are all good to go. See a little bit of fretboard wear from the fingers. I think they went a little bit overboard with the solder on the bridge claw here. What do you think? Too much? Too little? I don't think it's going anywhere. It's grounded. Is this the right size socket? No. Let's see. Will this one fit? Yep. What was that? That was 1/2 inch. Clean up underneath it while you got it off. See if we can get the knobs off. Look at that. You gotta get this little extra piece of plastic off of there. You can't just leave that on there like that. Look at that. You can't do that. You gotta take that stuff off of there. Where's that 1/2 inch one? There we go. Wonder if it's the same. Yep. Probably should get the ratchet, but these probably aren't that tight. There we go. Just loosen it up a little bit. That's enough to get it out, and then tighten it back up. Finger tight. Finger tight will do it. There we go. "14-year-old piece of plastic." There you go. Volume's back on there. Tone 1. There's tone 2. And like I said, that was a little bit scratchy, so need to get the deoxit out. You don't need a lot, just a couple real short sprays is plenty. You just want to point it right down there in the hole. One spray, click it to the other side. One spray, that's good. And these were a little bit sharp, so I'm going to move these back while I have the strings off, and it's easy. Just these two, just the E and A were a bit sharp at the 12th. So I'm just going to do that preemptively before I get the strings back on. Alright, well, my battery died, so I'm not sure where I left off, but probably talking about the bridge. And I brought it back down to a little bit better height here, and it really didn't affect the action height too much. We're still at 2 millimeters on the bass and 1.75 on the treble. I've just spent a little bit of time playing it. It plays great now. You know, I dressed out the divots in the frets up here, and there's still plenty of fret height left. So yeah, a nice little guitar overall, so all it's really left to do is polish it up. All right, there we go, all shined up and ready to go. Get you in here close and give you a look at it. It does have some very minor surface scratches you may or may not be able to see in this lighting. Let's see if I can angle it around and see if they show up in the, yeah, like right there. That's just in the gloss, just some fine scratches in a couple places down here. Around the back here as well. Yeah, there we go. If I get the light on it right. But, you know, from a couple feet and in the right lighting, it looks really good. Let me see if I can get some more light on it. All right, and that about does it for this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.